Okay, I think we are live. Hello, world. Welcome to a new episode of Mr. FLIXTER Show. I'm your host, of course, Mr. FLIXTER, aka Chris. So, if you're familiar with the format of my show, if you've been watching, then you know how it goes. But if it's your first time watching, then usually what I do is I have a couple birthdays that I report, maybe a few deaths, and then I go into a little segment where I go over last week's box office, where I like to call the weekend box office update. But this week I don't really have any birthdays to talk about. Like there was a few, but I have to get my notes in order first. So probably gonna skip that portion this week. And then to the main event. I'm excited. It's horror week. And this week I got a brand new horror comedy that I want to talk about. It's called Cold Storage. So let's get to it, shall we? Roll the intro. Live from Niagara Falls, it's Mr. FLIXTER Show on Saturday nights. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking on my video.
He said he was on the verge of a discovery so terrific that he doubted his own sanity. There was a strange look in his eyes, some mystery.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
Hello, world. I'm Chris Mason, aka Mr. FLIXTER. Here to talk motion pictures.
Mr. FLIXTER.
Okay, I am back. So yeah, like I was saying, we're just gonna skip the birthday portion / death portion this week, and we're just gonna get right to the weekend box office because a lot happened in the box office last weekend. So without further ado, let me just share the screen. Okay, and then put myself in the corner. Here we go. Okay. So let's go here. So last week, Michael came out. And as a lot of people expected, it dominated the box office. So let's talk about it. It got number one. It debuted with $97.2 million. Sorry, 97. Yeah, okay. I thought I didn't read that right. So that's very impressive for its first week out. I kind of thought it would make a lot of money, but I didn't think it would make that much. You know what I mean? It took the top spot from Mario, which was at number one last week. Mario Galaxy made $20.5 million. It dropped 43.6%. Ouch. That's kind of a steep drop. And it lost over 500 theaters. That's a pretty big number. But anyways, it made $385.8 million so far. Pretty good for being out for 4 weeks. And number three is Project Hail Mary, also dropping a spot. It was at number 2 last week. It made $12.8 million. It dropped 37.4%. That's not too bad. And it's made $305 million so far. It's been out for 6 weeks, so that's pretty good. And number 4 is Lee Cronin's The Mummy. It also dropped a spot. It was at number 3 last week. It made $5.5 million. It dropped 59.3%. Oh my goodness, I can't read tonight. Okay, 59.3%. Ooh, ouch. It didn't lose any theaters either, so what's their excuse? Excuse me. It's made $23.3 million for 2 weeks. That doesn't sound too bad. I'm sure that had a low budget, but the reviews have not been kind. But I'll let you know when I see it. Excuse me. At number 5, we have the drama dropping a spot. It was at number 4 last week. It's made $2.5 million. It dropped 47.3%, which is a little steep. Ouch. And it lost over 600 theaters. Look at that. Wow. So no wonder it dropped so much. But it still made $44.7 million, and it's been out for 4 weeks. So I'd say that's still doing pretty good. Hoppers is at number 6, and it was at number 6 last week too. Look at that. That's funny. I haven't seen that in a while. But it's made another $1.9 million. It only dropped 37.5%. Not too bad. But it's still lost almost 500 theaters. And it's made $160.1 million so far after 8 weeks. So it's doing great. I think that has been some sort of record for Pixar. Don't quote me on that, though. So, did I go too far? No, we're good. Okay. Number 7. We have You, Me, and Tuscany. It was at number 5 last week, and it's made $1.4 million. But it dropped 62%, and it's lost over 1,000 theaters. Whoa, damn. That's bad. And it's made 17.6 so far, but after 3 weeks, not looking too good. I'm not even sure what that is. What is this? Hold on. When a woman crashes, I remember this one. A woman crashes an empty Italian villa, posing as the owner's fiance. She discovers an unexpected romance that could transform her life. Yeah. No offense, but this movie looks terrible. I'll give it a shot, but it looks bad. It's that liar reveal. Ugh, oh my god, I can't even talk. It's that liar reveal story. There we go. I got it. And if you're not familiar with my channel, then I do not like that story. It's such a lazy storyline. There's so many different movies that go with that. You, Me, and Tuscany is what it's called. But there's so many movies and TV shows that go with the liar reveal story. I can show you a preview later. I'm not sure if you can hear, but that's my girlfriend Sabrina's voice. She said she's willing to sit through it too. I'll show you a preview after. Let's see. I just don't want to copyright claim or anything.
Yeah.
So, You, Me, and Tuscany. It's been out. Well, last week it was number 5. So this one dropped 2 spots. It made $1.4 million. It dropped 62%. I think I said all this already. Over 1,000. Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah.
It's been out for 3 weeks. So yeah, it's not doing too good. And honestly, it doesn't look too great. And number 8 is Over Your Dead Body. What is that? Dysfunctional married couple retreats to a secluded cabin to repair their relationship. Each secretly plots the murder of the other. Okay, that actually sounds kind of funny. Just going by that, I kind of want to see that. It's made $1.3 million. And it's made that so much so far because this is the first week that it's been out.
What's the genre on that?
I think it's a horror movie.
Sounds more like a comedy than a horror.
Might be a horror comedy.
Maybe.
I don't know. Can you look that up? Please and thank you.
And what is it?
Over Your Dead Body. All right, Spain's going to look it up for us. Bear with us, folks. At number 9 is Mother Mary. It was at number 22 last week. It's made $1.2 million. I'm just going to talk while you look that up.
Yeah.
It's made, a 660% increase. How's that even possible?
And I'm looking
Is
at
that
the synopsis.
The genre? Yeah. It's got over 1,000 theaters, so it doubled. It doesn't even make sense.
Okay,
It's made $1.5 million. Okay, Sabrina says that Over Your Dead Body is classified as an adventure comedy. Cool. Is that on IMDb?
Yes, and there's the synopsis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I read the synopsis already. But thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, number 10 is American Young Boy. It made $1.1 million. And that's all about that one that we know of. Okay, cool. We don't even know what studio that came from. What is that? American Young Boy. An NBA Young Boys massive tour film showcases 42 sold out arena shows featuring his hit stage presence, production, and fan energy. Includes backstage moments, rehearsals, and glimpses of personal life between performances. Okay. Cool, I guess. That's your cup of tea. Number 11, Fuse made $1 million. Here's the honorable mentions, filling out the bottom 15. Fuse is number 11 with $1 million. It's the first week out. Number 12 is Normal. It was at number 7 last week, so it dropped a few spots. It made $695,000. It dropped 72.7%. Ooh, ouch. And it only lost 207 theaters, so what's their excuse? It made $4.2 million. Probably bad word of mouth and no advertising, so I don't even know what that is. It's only been out for 2 weeks, though. Normal, what is this? It's on a contemporary small town share. It covers dark mysteries after a local bank robbery. Dude, that actually sounds pretty cool. All right, number 11 is Fuse. Yeah. Okay. Number 13 is I Swear. It made $666,000. And it's only been out for 1 week. At number 14 is Desert Warrior. It made $486,000 total. Same with the other one, 666,000 total. But yeah, those have only been out for 1 week. Number 15 is A Great Awakening, which made $406,000. And it dropped. Oh, that's been out for 11 weeks. No, wait, sorry. 4 weeks. It was number 11 last week. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk tonight. It has dropped 51.7%. And it's made $7.5 million so far. It's been out for 4 weeks. Again, that one was A Great Awakening. Okay, so now that the domestic box office is over, let's talk about the international box office. Actually, I think I have to go to this tab. Yeah, okay. So these are the highest grossing movies internationally, worldwide. Before I go on, I just want to check the comments to see if there's anybody with anything to say. Okay, no comments. Okay, still sharing the screen. Okay, where was I? Okay, worldwide box office. At number 1 is still Super Mario Galaxy. It's made $1.8 million so far worldwide. 1, 2. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no. Sorry. I had to correct myself. It's made $1.8 billion so far. Holy crap. It's already made over $1 billion. That was fast. I had to count the zeros there because 6 zeros is a million. There's more than 6. So yeah. Wow. Super Mario Galaxy has made $1.8 billion so far. Not million, but billion. Wow. And that's mostly a foreign market too. Interesting. Number 2 is Project Hail Mary. It's made a respectable $744 million so far. And that one is a little more evenly split between foreign and domestic. It's always interesting to see how the market is split up, how it's divided. At number 3 is the Chinese film Pegasus 3. I believe that's an action cop movie. It's made $648.7 million. And that's mostly a foreign market. I don't think that's been released on this side of the world yet. And number 4 is Hoppers. Hoppers has made $614.1 million so far. And that's, again, more of a foreign market. Interesting. Number 5 is Michael. There it is. I wasn't sure if that was even going to pop up. This is my first time looking at this. It's a live reaction, folks. Michael has made $424.8 million so far.
Apparently, there's a second one coming out.
Oh, apparently there's a second one coming out. So we'll see how that goes.
This one's on the radio coming out.
I do plan on seeing that soon. So There'll be an episode about that one for sure. Number 6 is Wuthering Heights. I never know how to pronounce that. It is at $241.7 million. Ooh, that's a big jump from 5 to 6. Wow. Okay. Michael has more of a foreign market, actually. That's actually kind of surprising. And then Wuthering Heights has more of a foreign market as well. Interesting. Scream 7 is number 7. That's really funny. It's made $207.5 million. I think that's still the highest grossing. Well, I think it's still breaking records. But yeah, it's the highest grossing Scream movie so far. And it's put Scream in the billion-dollar franchise ranking. So yay, go Scream. I just wish it was a better movie. And it's a pretty evenly split market, mostly domestic, but still pretty evenly split compared to some of the others. At number 8, we have Blades of the Guardians, $203.4 million. More of a foreign market. How about that? Number 9 is Scare Out, $200.3 million. It's completely a foreign market, not released on this side of the world yet. Number 10 is The Drama. The Drama has $195.1 million. And it's got mostly a foreign market. Okay, cool. And the honorable mentions, rounding out the bottom 15, are Goat. Shout out to Goat for hanging in strong. Being a February release, I believe, and it's still in the top 15. That's pretty cool. Good for Goat. It made 109.2. Well, no, it didn't. It made $192 million. Oh my goodness. Okay, moving on. It's pretty evenly split as far as the market goes. That's cool. Number 12. Oh, geez. I always struggle with this one. Durandar, The Revenge. Sorry if I butchered that. I just don't know how to pronounce it. It has made $152.9 million. It's got mostly a foreign market there. Hopefully it gets released on this side of the world a bit more. Number 13 is Boonie Bears, The Hidden Protector. It's made $139.3 million. Completely a foreign market. That's cool. And number 14, how about that? Leon is The Mummy. Shout out to The Mummy for cracking the top 15. That's pretty cool. Made $119.3 million. So damn the critics, people still want to go see it. I'll watch it. I'm just kind of waiting for it to go streaming. I'm not going to rush out to go see that one. But I'll watch it. I'll review it on the channel. That was the plan the whole time. Ooh.
The dog wants to get in on this.
Sorry, the dog wants attention. Yes. Hi, buddy. Hold on. You want to be on camera? You want to be on camera? Hold on. Doggy break. Here's your daily dose of cuteness. Hi,
One of them.
Jax. Oh, yeah. Let them see your face. Let them see your face. Hi, Jax.
Jaxie.
Look at Mama.
Jaxie.
Oh, there you go. Good boy. Oh, yes. There's our handsome guy. Hi, buddy. Yes, he wants some attention. We're going to have a little doggy break. Sorry, folks. Not sorry, actually. No.
He likes his booty scratches.
Yeah, he likes his booty scratches. This is your daily dose of cuteness. Oh, hold on. There you go. Oh, yes. You're a good boy. Yes. Hi, buddy. Good boy. Okay. Sorry for the delay. Let's just get back to business. Okay. Still going to pet him off screen, but I just want to get back to it. Okay, where was I? Sharing the screen. I'm in the corner. Good boy. Lie down for me. Yes, his name is Jax. Comment below if you have a dog. What's his or her name? I would love to know. Let's see. Where was I? The Mummy. 93.5 million. Cool. It's got more of a foreign market, actually. That's kind of surprising. Am I on the right one? Yeah. Okay. Okay. He's good now.
Wait a minute. He is your best friend after all.
I don't mind stopping for a Jax break.
And in turn, he seems to think you are his best friend.
Yes. Okay. Number 15 is The Devil Wears Prada 2. Coming in strong, but not really. It made $114.6 million. It's got more of a foreign market, actually. Hey, I didn't even know there was a demand for that. So go for them, I guess. I have no interest in that movie. I never even saw the first one. So I probably won't review it on this channel. So that about wraps it up for the weekend box office update. So let's get back to me. Here I am. Oh, not really. Wait. Okay. Here I am. I'm back. So, yeah, I know there's been birthdays that have been coming up, but I've been taking some notes and I just have to get them kind of sorted out. Everything's kind of messy right now. But hey, the show must go on. I want to talk about Cold Storage. That's the brand new horror comedy. That's the review of this week. So I will pull up IMDb and let's talk about this movie. Any comments first? No? Okay, cool. No problem. So let's share the screen again. We'll do birthdays next week. All right, Cold Storage. I'll read the description and then we'll get to the review. This was released in theaters in February, I believe, but I watched it on Amazon Prime. It's available on VOD. So here's the description. Pardon me. When a highly dangerous fungus escapes from a secret laboratory, a former bioterrorism agent is called back into action. Alongside two young employees, he must confront an invisible and out-of-control threat. And so let's get this poster out. I love the poster. Oh, that's not the poster I like. Hold on. I'm sure they have other poster options. I want to use the poster I used in the collage that I used for the thumbnail for this episode. I passed it. Where'd it go? It's got a 6.1 rating by other users. That's pretty cool. We'll get to what I think soon. Here we go. Photos. There's got to be a better poster. Show me the poster. Go away. Not sponsored. Let's see. Where's the filter? Here we go. Poster. Perfect. There we go. That was easy. I love the poster because it tells you everything that you need to know. You see the fungus here. And you see the ladder going up, and these three are looking down all curious and kind of disgusted. And I love the tagline, if it spreads, you're dead.
Kind of reminds me of an episode of The Simpsons with that bulb that comes through the window and turns inside out.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it was directed by Johnny Campbell. Ugh, not Campbell, sorry. Johnny Campbell. Oh my God. Johnny Campbell. Let's try that again. It was directed by Johnny Campbell. It was written by David Koepp. It stars Rob Collins, Sosie Bacon, and Liam Neeson. We'll get to some of the other cast members later on, too. And then it was made on a budget of $10 million. And it made about $3.9 million at the box office worldwide. And that's really disappointing, too, because I like this movie, but I'll talk about that a little bit more now. Sorry, folks, having technical difficulties. 1 second. It was on the movie internet database or something like that.
Oh, because it wasn't on IMDb.
Yeah. No worries. Okay. Okay, where was I? Okay. That's it for that. Cool. Let me get to my notes. Pull those up. Okay. Now let me pull up me again. Where am I? Okay. Remove. Okay. So the question remains: will this flick grow on you like mold on bread?
That's one way to look at it.
What's up in the corner?
It definitely makes you not want to eat it. Right?
Okay. No, do not eat when you're watching this movie. That is not recommended. This is not a sit down and have dinner movie. No, 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 no. We'll get to that too. Okay. So there's a few things that I like about Johnny Campbell's style. The director, the opening scene sets up the mystery of how to control an uncontrollable force. It establishes how dangerous this fungus is by showing how rapidly symptoms spread after initial exposure. It lets you know why it's bad news and what they do, and that's the whole incited incident. Then it goes to a fun little montage. The song during the opening credits montage, which is I Get Around by the Beach Boys, creates a fun, campy tone while also having a double meaning. When I first heard it, I laughed out loud. That's hilarious. What a clever way to use music. Such an Edgar Wright move, if you know what I mean. It's so cool. But during this montage, again, I'm going to try and keep this spoiler free. I'm not going to get too much into details. I don't want to ruin this for anybody. But it's available now. You can watch it after the show. Or you can just pause the show, watch it, and come back and see the rest. But it shows the process of a fungus sample getting collected in Australia, then being shipped to America, to Kansas, and then held in a secret storage facility that eventually gets converted into civilian storage lockers because of the economy. It's actually kind of funny, and it does make sense. Because the movie starts off in 2007, and then it takes place in the present day. So it's kind of funny how people are nostalgic now for the early 2000s, but that also makes me kind of old because I was in high school at that time. So I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that. Moving on. But yeah, it's great because a brief history of the story's setting doesn't need to be overly explanatory. That's a big problem with movies these days. They tell you too much, and then it's like, yeah, we get it already. The severity of the stakes is condensed to simple answers to the basic 5 W's, which of course are who, what, where, and when, and why. Any questions raised get answered as the story progresses. Setting the stage in a clear, concise manner is no easy feat. To set the tone, the world, and introduce key characters or themes also set certain expectations. Whether or not those expectations are met is predicated on consistency of quality. So subjectively, the rest of the film either fulfills or subverts those expectations, depending on like who you are and what you expect personally. And of course, there's exceptions, like storytellers sometimes do bend those rules rather than strictly adhere to them because they want to pull the rug out from under you. This is why the opening scene to a movie is so important. And they do a good job of setting the stage. There's plenty of fun, gross out moments if you love gory body horror. This includes projectile vomiting, blood spatter, total evisceration, and bloody explosions. It's one great big gooey ball of carnage candy. It's so over the top it adds to this cartoon aesthetic immensely, because that's exactly what this film feels like. This is like a live action cartoon, and that's a positive. I love it. It's really cool. I love the vibrantly colored cinematography. The hues of the color schemes that they have are highly saturated, strikingly so. It's attention grabbing while feeling like a live action cartoon. Like that's why it does. Hold on, I'll get some pictures up here. Let's close this. Let me just show you, give you a sense of what this film looks like. Oh, we don't need that anymore. Let's get this filter. Go away. No sponsor. Currently not sponsored, but sponsors are welcome. Like and subscribe if you like shameless plugs. Okay, so yeah, I love the lighting that they use. A lot of times they use different colors, like the red or the greens or the blues, yellow sometimes. Here's inside the storage locker. These people work here. We'll get to them. Yeah, this movie looks great. See the different color. A lot of these are the ones I used in my collage too. This is behind the scenes stuff. That's cool. Okay, now we're here. All right, yeah, at least this gives you an idea. Let's go back to the poster. There it is. Oh, I guess I don't have to. Okay, cool. We're here. Excuse me, I just have to get a drink. So another good thing it has going for it, there's a good combination of CGI and practical effects. For the most part, I couldn't tell the difference, but other times it didn't look so good, like how some of the CGI animals look. The people have chunks missing from their faces, but it looks significantly better, so I don't know why there's such a contrast there. There's also this animated montage that comes out of nowhere, like midway through, featuring the song One Way or Another by Blondie, and then explains how the fungus got out of the sub zero containment facility that's way below underground. I think they said like 200 or 300 feet below ground. But it explains how it got out of the containment facility because of a roach. And then there's like this singular one shot. Okay, it's kind of redundant. There's a one shot, and it follows this cockroach from its perspective, and it goes like through the walls and up and down them and through different walls. It's really cool. The camera like spins around it sometimes. Really good animation too. So that's what I mean. It's pretty inconsistent. It's a fast-paced, fun adventure through the cracks in the walls. Consistency in line with the tone established in the beginning, that cartoon style. Yeah, the CGI. Sometimes it's seamless, like with the people, and then sometimes it's noticeably off, like the deer, and then there's a cat later on, but it doesn't look good. Not at all. But the fungus also has this innovative characteristic to exacerbate the situation. And what is that? Spontaneous combustion. So you can see why this gets pretty gross. It gets progressively grosser as it goes along too, because people vomit and then they turn all green and parts start falling off, and yeah, people put their skull gets like eaten away, and then boom, that's how it spreads.
Start falling off.
Yeah, like their faces get eaten away, and then like they like lose limbs. So yeah, we don't want this fungus. It's nasty. It is the bad news. No. But yeah, Moments like that, everything that I've described, those moments further emphasize this cartoonish atmosphere while also raising the stakes. If you ask me, that's good world building. But I do have to address something, and this is important. So hold on, let's get back to me. Here we go. And okay. So what I have to address is that this movie does depict the deaths of animals. So if you have a hard time watching that, if it makes you feel uncomfortable, or if you're just straight up opposed to stuff like that, then I just wanted to say something about it because it depicts the death of a cat and it's also the death of a bunch of different deer, several deer actually. So violence towards animals is something that you're against, like I was saying, then you've been warned. Keep saying to filmmakers, stop killing animals in movies. No one likes it. That's my rant. Okay, back to the review. If you don't know, now you know. Share the screen, put me in the corner. I just don't get why they feel it's necessary, especially horror movies. Horror movies is really not bad for that. But anyways, I digress. So, the screenplay is by David Koepp, and it's based on his novel of the same name. I didn't know that until I started doing my research on this. That's pretty cool. It actually says that in the credits. I'm like, wait, really? What? And then I looked into it. So that's cool. I do like how the fungus is treated like a monster. The whole movie is structured and paced like a creature feature. And there really is that sense of dread from this fungus because you don't want to get it on you. It also logically explores various questions once the situation is introduced. Because obviously, this isn't a spoiler, but obviously everything goes horribly wrong. But how it comes to fruition is where the fun is to be had. Especially when it's this imaginative when it comes to how the fungus operates. And then you have the hilarious dialogue that punctuates the blend of humor and horror. In between those gross out moments are snappy one liners and facetious conversations. They live in this hyper stylized world and everybody's like a caricature. These aren't like people, they're heightened versions of people, if that makes sense. The problem is that makes everything superfluous. There's no substance to them. At one point, a biker gang shows up to steal some big screen TVs, and they get introduced early on in the movie. But it just feels too familiar. It's a cliche along with many others of these types of like infection slash virus movies. And then this quickly settles into a routine of well-worn cliches, like the hopeless distress call, the reckless endangerment when pushing for a cure. You have the useless military. You have the obligatory safe haven that's never safe. And there's the abrasive leader that everybody's waiting to see get their comeuppance. It's all there, folks. And individually, they work. Like, that's why we have cliches. But when you string them all together like that, especially in a movie that's only like 90 minutes long, they make the plot feel predictable rather than suspenseful. You kind of know what the fate of each character is going to be. Georgina Campbell plays Naomi. She's right here in the center, but I'll see if I can get a better picture. Hold on. We'll go through the actors individually. Go away, not sponsored. Go away. Okay, cool. Okay, where are you? Here we go. Here she is. I'm not sure if that's a wig or if that's really how she did her hair, but it looks cool. I like it. But yeah, her character is Naomi. She confidently placed the part with gusto. It's a very different character than the ones that she played in like Barbarian or the more recent Lovely, Dark, and Deep. She's sarcastic, charismatic, and intelligent while sprinkling in subtle vulnerability. That's good versatility. She's the kind of actress, whenever I hear her name, I'm like, oh, okay, what's she in now? Like, I look forward to seeing her and stuff. So it's cool to see her career blossom like this. She's been in a lot of good movies. If you haven't seen Barbarian or Lovely, Dark, and Deep, I highly recommend it. Joe Keery plays Travis. He's probably most well known. Hold on, let's get him up here. Getting ahead of myself. That's a good picture. Yeah. He's probably most well known as Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. Let's be honest, he's one of the best characters from that show, too. Like and subscribe if you like Steve Harrington from Stranger Things. Leave comments below if you want to talk about Stranger Things, too. Or his character. He's still great. But in this flick, he's great as he's great as a fast-talking slacker who lacks motivation more than he does self-awareness. He has some of the best one-liners, too. With those wise, cracking retorts. Honestly, he is the highlight of the film. He's so good in this. And together, Campbell and Keery. Let's see if I can get them together. Go back. I'm sure there's a picture of them together. Not that one. Is there a better one? No, there's really not. Okay. What happened to... Oh, here we go. This is the one I was looking for. It's when they first discovered there's another section of the storage locker. But anyways, together, Campbell and Keery have great chemistry. Their seemingly natural rapport adds to their character dynamics. I also appreciate how they have a platonic relationship. Not every movie needs to have a love story shoehorned in. Now let's talk about Liam Neeson.
He's incredible.
He plays Robert in his typical no-nonsense, grizzled tough guy role. And it's welcome, more than welcome. Keep doing it. His character is experienced with the threat at hand, so his deadpan delivery, combined with his stoic, hardened screen presence, make him perfectly suited for the role. The way he slings around insults with his accent and his growly voice is hysterical. A lot of times I laughed out loud because of the stuff he was saying. I'm so glad he's doing more comedic roles now after Naked Gun. That's highly underrated. I do recommend that if you haven't seen it. The Naked Gun's on Paramount Plus. It's pretty good. Yeah, if you didn't think Liam Neeson was funny, he is. And this is good proof. Excuse me, I'm just getting a drink. So supporting cast mostly serves to anchor the film's tone. You have to ground it a little bit. So I do appreciate how they tried. Yeah, Leslie Manville and Laura Torchia. Sorry if I butchered that. She's right here. That's not a good picture of her, though. Hold on. I could do better than that, probably. Maybe. What is going on here? Did I go back too far? There's a way to go forward. I'm not very good with technology. Okay, I'll just type it in again. Go back to full storage. Here we go. We're gonna do this another way. Let's just search for the person. Here we go. She's in 4 pictures. Great. Still frame. Great. This is a much better picture. There she is. Leslie Manville. Right there. And we'll just search for the other name. Go back. Go back. Okay. Laura Torchia. Sorry if I butchered that. That's her there. So, both of them play effective straight men, ground in the chaos so the humor lands better. And then we got Richard Brake. They really got to bounce off other characters. That's how the humor lands better. Be a little more clear. And then we have Richard Brake. Go away, not sponsored. Okay, this is frustrating me. Okay, there we go. I know I saw his picture. Here he is. The legendary Richard Brake. He stands out as the smarmy, menacing antagonist, bringing a distinct intensity that makes him a worthy foil. Meanwhile, we also have Vanessa Redgrave in the mix. Yes, that Vanessa Redgrave. The heck is easier than I did before. There she is. She's in one photo. Fair enough. Here she is. If it pulls up, here we go. She gives a solid performance, but she feels underutilized due to her limited screen time. Then we have Sosie Bacon. If that name sounds familiar, she's Kevin Bacon's daughter, and she also starred in The First Smile. So I really liked her in Smile. She's really good in Smile. I think I saw her too. I don't think I need to look her name up. There she is. That's a good picture of her. Sosie Bacon, right there. Yeah, she's good, but she's not in the movie very much. So she's underutilized. They could have had more of her in it. Could have been more of a main character. Because when you see her, she's like the first character that you see. I'm like, I'll go excited for it. But I guess they were trying to subvert expectations. I don't know. Just both of them. They feel underutilized because limited screen time. And then lastly, we have Aaron Heffernan. He's noteworthy as well. He's right here. Aaron Heffernan. He also has his moments rapidly becoming infected. I was as giddy as I was grossed out. Go away, not sponsors. That about wraps up the cast. Let's get back to that poster. Here it is. Oh, did I click the right one? Okay, it didn't register the click. Good. Here's the one I want. Perfect. Before I go on, let me just check to see if there's any comments or anything. No, no comments. Okay, that's cool. So, overall, there's many reasons why this flick might grow on you like mold on bread. Campbell directs with a unique energy and visual style. Kept writes with the campiness of 70s/80s creature features at the expense of the characters. The cast does well collectively at selling all their hyper stylized reality. Let me try that sentence again. The cast does well at selling this hyper stylized reality that they inhabit. There we go, I got it that time. The editing has a distinct, energetic vibe. The combination of a variety of camera angles, shots, and the length of time for the takes also contribute to that cartoon feeling. It's hyperactive, but not to the point of being overly stimulating. Visually overly stimulating. This consistent cartoon feeling satisfied my expectations. I thought it was great. It's light, it's fun, it's fluffy. I guess you call it a popcorn flick. I've seen this movie a few times now. It's pretty good twice. I do have a few issues though. One problem is how it's briskly paced at the expense of character development. Not much is known about any of the characters aside from a couple of traits they possess. For example, Georgina Campbell's character, Naomi, she says she's going to vet school and she has a son. But aside from that, we don't really know anything about her. Oh, and she's literate. She reads a lot of books. But that's what I mean. She has a few character traits. And then same with the other guy. We know his nickname is Tea Cakes, and they kind of talk about that. Like that's his nickname. That's Joe Keery's character, Travis. But like he's been a juvie or something like that, but they don't really go into it too much. Like there's no backstory for these characters. We're so here, this is them, kind of, sort of. It's not really enough though. Also, having a storage locker setting provides a great chance to have kooky side characters with uncouth items that could potentially play into the plot. It's all Chekhov's gun, if you know what I mean. And I've talked about that on my channel before. It just feels like a missed opportunity because only one customer is introduced. She's far from quirky. Her appearance is too brief, albeit convenient as well. It's Vanessa Redgrave's character. That's what I was talking about by limited screen time. Her story is more tragic, too, than it is funny. But again, no spoilers. I don't want to get into that. It touches on the theme of how even the smallest organisms, especially the microscopic, can be cataclysmic. It's too bad it only scratches the surface, though. It also briefly touches on climate change, but it's only a few throwaway lines of dialogue. So it just kind of feels like window dressing. Granted, not every movie has to have social commentary, though. So I kind of understand why they took this route. But if you're going to say something, say something. You know what I mean? So if you could forgive cliches or lack of subtext, then it's still an entertaining, rewatchable horror comedy that you can enjoy on the weekend or after a long day at work. It's light, fun, carnage candy, dripping with gooey goodness. Sometimes that's enough. So it's comparable to Zombieland, Shaun of the Dead, and Slither. So I recommend this if you like those. Let me just pull up my screen. Here I am. So my official grade for cold storage is medium popcorn. It's not great, but it's not the most terrible movie. I've seen other movies so far this year that were way worse. So certainly worth your time. And now that it's streaming, I do recommend it. Go for it. Enjoy. That about wraps up this week's episode. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure you tune in next week. I'm probably going to do something Star Wars, but I'm not really sure what's a topic to do yet. So I'll fill you in as things come together a little bit more. Kind of like the Death Star, if you think about it. Interesting. I didn't even plan that analogy. That's cool how that kind of worked out. It's just how my mind works. I can't really explain it. So, on that note, have a good night. I will see you next week. Same time, same YouTube channel. Until next time. I'll see you at the movies. Have a great day. Did you know that I'm a film critic for HorrorBuzz.com? You can read my reviews on their website, so I'll leave links below for that. Where'd I go? Oh, here you go. Well, look at that. If you're still here, that means... Try that again. If you're still here, that means you must really like me. So, if you do, then why not hit that like button? And subscribe while you're at it if you're not subscribed already. I'd really appreciate it. It helps the channel a lot. I do not know why I'm having such a problem talking tonight. But anyways, I digress. That's the end of the show. And remember, don't forget to make a fun guess of how life finds a way for this fungus. I'll show myself out. Support movies in theaters. Good night.